Thank you for tuning into the Forgotten Film channel. And the topic of today's Forgotten Film is going to be the Loch Ness Monster. In October of 1871 or 1872, a Mr. D. Mackenzie saw something in the lake that looked like an overturned boat. In 1888, Alexander Macdonald saw a creature that resembled a giant salamander crawl out of the lake. It came towards him and his dogs. They turned around and ran the other direction. On May the 2nd of 1933, Aldi McKay published a story in the local newspaper which described an incident that she and her husband witnessed as they were driving past the lake. What it was a giant whale-like creature that was just rolling all around and flipping and flopping and causing a ruckus in the lake itself. On July the 2nd of 1933, George Spicer and his wife were driving past the lake and had a giant creature walk right out in the road in front of them, going towards the lake. On November the 12th of 1933, Hugh Gray was able to take a picture of this thing. The picture was of such low quality that it was just kind of brushed off. On January the 5th of 1934, Arthur Grant was driving his motorcycle past the lake in the middle of the night and almost hit this creature. He made a sketch of it. It resembled a dinosaur. In April of 1934, Robert Kenneth Wilson was able to take 2 pictures of this creature's head. One of those pictures was considered to be factual evidence of the Loch Ness Monster for the next 60 years. And in late 1934, Ealing Studios produced this film, The Secret of the Loch, which is the first movie that's based on the Loch Ness Monster. In addition to that, it's one of the earliest creature exploitation films, and I hope that you do enjoy it. So thank you for watching me today on the Forgotten Film channel. Make sure that you have a great day, and I hope that tomorrow is even better.
Wow. I've seen it.
What's the matter?
What's wrong with you two? What you seen in it, I tell you, as I came through the mist. Oh, it was terrible. Here. Give him this.
I'll do that. Here you are, Joe. Drink this.
Jump man,
What light was it? Tell us what it was.
Churned to fury the water was, and I saw the great neck. It's no a sight, I tell you, for mortal eyes.
I did see it the other night in the log.
That's right. I've seen it 50 feet long. More.
Oh, you're a pack of old women.
I tell you, Maggie, Fraser, I saw it. What do you think of that?
Oh, how can you tell what you saw on a night like this?
You can laugh, but wait till you've seen it yourself.
I'll not see it. Tea's my drink.
I tell you, it's out there this night, lashing up the loch.
Aye, the best descriptions always come from our best customers.
It's real. Aye, it is. Real.
Go on with you.
All right, 60 feet or more.
Wish you cannot scare me.
What's that?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Come in, Angus. Why, you all look as if you've seen the monster. I did see it, Professor. One at a time. Good evening, Maggie.
They're scaring themselves stiff, Professor Heggie.
I tell you, Professor, I doubted it before, but now I know it's real. Aye, 60 feet or more. It's real enough. But this is what the world thinks of us. Look. Daily Sun.
Mass hallucination.
Yes. That's what London says about it. London.
But you don't believe it, Professor?
Believe it, young woman? I know it. My father believed it. And his father did before him. Right back to the beginning of things, this tale's gone on.
Aye, it has.
Yes, and yet these clever people, they think we're superstitious. Well, maybe we are. But they can never know the loch as we know it. On dark winter nights, when the mist hangs over it as it does now, we've known death come in many ways to the honest folk who've been claimed by that dark stretch of water, and whose bodies have never been found again. That's not superstition. That's hard fact. As for this creature, we know that those waters go down, down, deeper than man has ever plumbed. How then can these people tell us what's down there?
It's something from the depths, something from hell itself.
Danger to the fishing.
To the sheep.
To all of us.
Something's got to be done.
Angus, something's going to be done. And you gentlemen have got to do it. You represent the finest scientific brains in the country. All of you are prominent morphologists. And I tell you that what is going on in that distant Highland loch is of vital interest to zoology and science. We see before our eyes a phenomenon hitherto unknown in the history of civilized man. The fishery board must be influenced. Steps must be taken. And this creature's identity established finally and irrevocably.
Creature? This creature you talk of sounds utterly fantastic.
But the hippopotamus must have sounded fantastic before its existence was proved.
The hippopotamus amphibious is a...
The hippopotamus is a fact,
proven by science.
Which came first, science or the hippopotamus?
Professor Heggie, this is a conference room in a museum of science, not a music hall.
I entirely agree with Professor Fothergill.
Every one of us here present has some pretensions to being considered above the level of the mentally deficient. What you have been telling us sounds like one of Grimm's very grim fairy tales.
Gentlemen, do you suppose that I haven't weighed my conclusions?
I agree with Professor Fothergill, but no doubt there is some logical explanation of this fact.
Ah, then if it is a fact, it's time to wake up to it. Time to wake up.
Coming, my dear, coming.
Your monster, sir, is a floating log of wood.
It is not a log of wood.
A lump of peat, then.
It is not peat.
Then perhaps you'll tell us what it is.
Gentlemen, to the best of my knowledge and belief, the monster which is haunting the waters of Loch Ness is nothing more or less than a reptilian survival of prehistoric ages. A giant dinosaur, Diplodocus.
What? A
Dinosaur, sir.
You dare to tell me, Professor Blenkinsop Fothergill, Doctor of Science, that this creature in your mountain loch is a dinosaur?
I am telling you.
You're making fools of us, sir. The dinosaur has been extinct for millions of years.
It is not extinct. Will you let me speak? I tell you that for years past, blasting operations have taken place in Loch Ness.
This has taken place in your head, sir.
But I believe that there has lain in the rock foundations a dinosaurian egg.
A dinosaurian what?
Egg, sir. An egg? I believe that blasting operations have disturbed it, and that the abnormal heat of last summer has somehow hatched it out.
Hatched it out? Poppycock, sir. Poppycock. You're wasting our time.
You're too pig-headed to understand.
Pig-headed? How dare you?
I said pig-headed, sir. That's what I said. Pig-headed.
You're a charlatan, sir.
Charlatan?
I don't believe you know what a dinosaur is.
What?
I'll show you.
Let me go. Let me go.
I'll show you.
Let me...
I'll show you.
I've never...
Morning. There's a meeting here. Something to do with this Loch Ness Monster story.
Oh, yes, but I'm sorry. It's strictly private.
Thanks very much.
Here, I say, you can't go there. I told you it's strictly private.
Put him out. He knows something wrong.
There, sir. That's a dinosaur, Diplodocus.
Well, you leave me alone.
Are you telling us if one of these is swimming about in your wretched mountain pond?
It's not a pond, sir. It's a loch.
I said pond.
Loch.
Pond.
Loch.
Pond.
Loch.
Oh. Have you what, sir? You've nearly broken my...
Egg, sir.
I'll have you in court, sir. As sure as my name...
Dinosaur Diplodocus, and I'll prove it. Oh, you wicked devils, you... Leave me alone, sir.
Sir, half a minute.
Eh?
I'm Jimmy Anderson of the Daily Sun. I must have a word with you. You said something about a dinosaur in a pond.
Loch, sir, loch.
Yes, Loch. Yes, that's right. Well, my paper would like your story. You know, alleged dinosaur in Loch.
Alleged? It's real, sir.
Great, that's fine, sir. Just give my paper the exclusive story and we'll make a name for you.
What are you talking about? You make my name?
Yes, sir. The public hasn't heard of you yet, but by the time we've run you for a week...
I don't want your filthy publicity.
Oh, you're too shy, sir. Everyone wants publicity. Where would Greta Garbo be without it?
Greta Garbo? What group's Greta Garbo? Biological?
No, Swedish.
Eh?
Now, from a publicity point of view, sir...
Oh.
Just a moment, sir.
You keep my name out of your papers. Get me a taxi.
Can I give you a lift, sir?
No.
Where are you going?
Scotland.
I'll drop in and see you.
You went to my doors and you'll never come out alive.
What a charming invitation. You're a gentleman.
You're a jackass.
All right, that'll be in the fourth edition, don't worry. Well,
I thought the poor old boy would bust. He said it was his monster and nobody else's. Swore he'd half kill me if I went near his house.
Bet's in the belfry.
Well, now he's gone back to Loch Ness to find the monster all on his own. And I want to go after him.
You what? Why, you're as potty as he is.
Perhaps. But there may be a bigger story in this than any of us have realized.
Now, look here, Jimmy. This monster business is all right for the public.
But show me that you believe it.
I don't know. There was something about the old man. He had that monster look in his eye.
I'm sorry, I can't spare you.
He's certain that there really is a monster swimming about in his loch.
Yes, waiting to swallow up good reporters' time.
I bet you a quid it'll be a scoop. I'll make the old man talk somehow. Besides, you've never given me a real break yet, sir.
Oh, shall we let him go, Miss Reed?
What, Loch Ness this time of year? It's empty.
What, Loch Ness?
No, the hotel.
Jimmy, we're not a soul to speak to for a week.
Well, let me be a martyr in the cause of truth.
Oh, you'll be a martyr, all right.
If I let you go, it's got to be a real scoop, mind, and a week's sure limit.
I shall need a week.
All right, Jimmy. If you die of boredom, it's not my funeral. Go ahead.
Fine, sir.
And do find out what they really wear under their kilts.
Where did you get that tie? Ah, the old family tartan.
Oh, no, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy, don't. It cost me 100 cigarette coupons.
The tartan of a grey ghost, I must have that.
Jimmy, don't. You're ruining it. Oh, Jimmy.
Take it right out. Ah, you may laugh at me, the new, but I shall go on and on and on until I give the Daily Sun the biggest story that's ever been given to the world. Put the worm on. How much is it?
It'll be 36 shillings, without the tip.
Bango sexpence. Well, I'll be...
Jimmy Anderson. Good God.
Daily Sun, laugh with the news. Gosh, and I thought I was going to be lonely. So did I. Oh, he thought he was going to be lonely, and so did all of us.
Here you are, Mr. Harben.
Thank you, Maggie. What are you going to have, Jimmy?
Wine of the country? Well, there's old Hector.
All right.
If it isn't old Hector paralysis.
Hector Gambit to you.
The old theory, Hector. Passive persistence.
Never chase a story, our boy. Let it chase you. By the same rule, never chase anyone, and naturally they'll...
I say, miss, can I phone? Oh, busted.
Too late, old boy. It's busted.
Ha! I'll bust if I don't have a drink. Come on, Jimmy. Come and have a drink. See what he's doing. That's a big idea.
What brought you up here, Jimmy?
Oh, I was passing and just dropped in for a drink.
Oh!
Not looking for the monster, are you, Jimmy?
Monster, never heard of it.
Oh!
Come over here, old man. Never heard of it. All of us stand now, man. Oh, not in your life.
Martin, tell him about the monster.
Eh?
Tell him about the monster.
What are you going to have, Martin?
Mind a pint. Here. If it's the monster you're wanting to know about, you've come to the right man.
Well, as a matter of fact, it isn't. It's a professor.
Here, sir. Here. Was it the professor you were speaking of, sir?
Yes, do you know him?
I do, sir. Mine's a whiskey.
Oh, Maggie whiskey. Any particular kind?
Double, sir.
When did you last see him?
A monster or professor?
A professor.
When?
Yes, when did you last see him?
Half an hour back.
Where does he live?
He lives in a terrible house, sir. It's haunted.
What by?
Kelpies and spirits. The district's full of spirits. Supposed to be. Mine's a whiskey.
Jimmy, this fellow says he saw it last night.
Who? Monster or professor?
Drink your whiskey. You've seen it, have you?
Aye. 5 times I've seen it. Or maybe 6.
Where?
Here, have mine.
I was coming down the Loch Road, carrying a bag of fish, I was.
Yes.
When, what did I see?
Oh, what did you see?
The monster. That's why, so. Ah. Crossing a road, it was. With a lamb in its mouth.
A lamb?
A lamb. 60, 70 feet long.
The lamb or the monster?
Or maybe it were a calf.
It'll be an elephant by closing time.
Mine's a quart.
You know, I don't think he's speaking the truth.
Never mind, it's a great story.
Great! Aye, great! I saw it last night, and I shall see it again tonight.
Listen.
Boys!
What's the matter
Boys! Good
What is it? Come along, tell us.
What's the matter with you?
Is the monster after you?
Or the professor?
That's it, the professor. I went up to his house, sent him my card, and look.
He's bitten you.
Monster or professor?
Not him. His dog.
Good Lord.
He set 'em on me.
Here, I'm going back to London.
I mean, if it's a good story they want, I don't mind being chucked downstairs or thrown in the river. But dogs! Ah! All right. He's tasted me. Try a bit of it.
I've come with a message for you all. The gates of Craigorn are closed to you. You'll enter them at the risk of your lives. You can get back to London and write your filthy trash there.
Here. I've ordered in a dozen extra barrels of beer.
Take heed, all of you. If you don't, these are just pups. We've got some real big uns up the house.
Pups!
That's my last word to you. Keep clear of Craigorn.
Maggie, a double whiskey.
Hello, Exchange.
Well, I'll be...
Get me London, please, the Daily Post.
You know...
Just a wee dog and Doris, just a wee drop, that's all. If you can say the broad break neck, you're all right, you can. You can.
Mr. Anderson, here's your candle.
I'm not going to bed yet, Maggie. I'm going for a walk.
I'm thinking you've seen someone out there.
Yes, Maggie. Believe I have.
Mind you don't meet the monster.
I'll bring it back on a string for you if I do.
What about Grimm's fairy tales now, eh? Aye, you're right, Professor. It's the great cave, all right. We've found it at last.
I found it. The madman. I told them they could share it, but they laughed at me. Now it's going to be Professor Heggie's discovery on no one else's.
I think you chaps got a life. Well, Professor Heggie.
Who are you? Oh, I remember your face.
James Anderson, Daily Sun.
How dare you follow me up here?
Privilege of the press, sir.
Oh. Going to make my name for me, I suppose, eh? Or you're going to try and make yours? You won't make it by spying on me, I can promise you. Angus, remember his face. Don't let him come near my house. You see to it.
But I've come all the way from London to interview you, sir.
Well, you can go all the way back again.
Here, I say, sir.
Young man, look on that lock.
I've seen it.
It's black. It goes down and down. It's never given up its dead. Think it over.
What are you doing here?
It's all right. I'm not the monster. Nor a burglar. I say, aren't you lovely? Oh, don't be annoyed. I mean, I'm terribly sorry to come bursting in on you like this. At least, I'm not sorry now you've seen you, but, I mean, I wouldn't have come in if I'd known. At least, I would have. I mean...
Who are you? What do you want?
So sorry. Anderson, Daily Sun. You heard of me.
A newspaper man.
I've come to see the professor. At least, I came to see the professor, but
Grandpa?
now... Is he your grandpa? Who wouldn't be a grandpa?
Now, look here, Mr. Anderson. I don't mind a joke, but...
Oh, won't you call me Jimmy?
Well,
By the way, what's your name?
I shan't tell you.
Oh, please, please.
Angela.
And to think, Angela, I might have got in at the next window.
I'd like to have seen you if you had.
Now, I want you to introduce me to Grandpa.
I'll do nothing of the sort. Why, he eats journalists.
I say, aren't you cold?
No.
You will be. I'll be here some time. I say, where does he sleep? Somewhere out there?
You're not to disturb him.
But he's only just gone to bed.
Oh, he's been in bed for hours.
He hasn't. He was on the lake just now.
He was where?
Beg pardon. Loch. In a boat. It's out there now by that sort of jetty thing. Just out there.
So you've been spying on him, have you?
Not a bit of it. I was out for a walk.
At this time of the night? Looking for a story, I suppose.
No, I thought I'd like to catch a few sticklebacks. A night flying one.
Funny. Did you hear them say anything?
No? Yes. Yes, something about a cave.
What cave?
I don't know. Your grandfather said something about having found it. The Great Cave.
The Great Cave?
Yes, you've lived all your life here. Where is this Great Cave?
But there isn't one.
There isn't? And what the deuce? You're sure?
Certain.
That's queer.
Mm-hmm.
There might be anything under that water.
I love the loch when it looks like that. You know, they say it's so deep that in some places they've never found the bottom.
Makes me feel all goosey. No wonder they believe in this monster nonsense up here.
Nonsense? But it's not nonsense. It's real.
You don't think I'm quite green?
Meaning I am.
Oh, no, of course not, but...
Well, if you don't believe in our monster, you better go back the way you came.
How grand you look when you're angry.
Going? Very well, I'll call Angus. Let me go.
Not me.
All right. If you can come in that way, I can go out.
Hey, stop! Awfully sorry. Oh, Lord, if I'd known, I wouldn't... I say, let me have this.
Certainly not.
I'll give you one of mine instead.
What is all this?
Grandpa!
You!
Yes, sir. It's me.
I remember you.
Yes, sir. We were in the museum together.
We were. Angus,
Oh, don't be angry, Grandpa.
get into bed. What are you doing here?
Well,
He came to see you.
Oh, and I suppose if you'd come to my room, you'd have said you'd come to see her.
Yes, sir. Yes, I suppose I should.
How long have you been here?
Oh, no time.
No time. Then he goes out in no time. What is it, Professor? This pressman, this young hound here, at midnight. Trying to interview you. That's not all. Oh, I see. He's been interviewing her. Exactly. Angus, take him. Come on.
Here, what you doing? What you doing?
Don't hurt him, Angus.
Fling him down the stairs.
Oh, Grandpa.
Oh, sir.
Throw him into the loch. What part? The deep part.
Where the monster lives.
Yes, he'll give you an interview.
Will he?
He will.
He will.
Grandpa?
Here, let's go. Touch it. Well, this is a funny sort of joke. Let's go. Let's go. Here.
There's the door.
Here, you don't think I'm going to be kicked out like this?
Why, you young rascal. Why, you're a McNucky.
I wouldn't like to tell you what you are.
Shh. Yes, but... Shh. Angus, is he gone? Aye, he's gone. Good.
Look here, what the...
Shh. Come with me. I got a drop of the real stuff downstairs. Sit down and make yourself at home. Thanks. I always keep a bottle for a real McNucky.
Yeah, quite. Yeah, cheer up.
Good, eh?
Oh, it's magnificent. What's it distilled from? Pepper?
And to think that you're a real McNucky.
Yeah, how did you know?
By your tartan, man.
Oh, the same pattern.
Tartan, the same tartan, man.
Aye.
Are you a McNucky on your father's or your mother's side?
My father? No, my mother's.
Same as me. We're a great clan.
Oh, fine fellows, all of us.
Yeah. There's nothing gives me greater pleasure than to meet a brother McNucky. But mind you, there are a lot of impostors about.
Sure there are. Scoundrels.
Aye, scoundrels they are. One of them came here once and told me he was a McNucky. But I phoned him out. He's walked on crutches ever since.
Oh. I think I'd better be going.
No. Have some more. A McNucky can always drink whiskey.
And how?
I'd like to do something for you with the professor, but he's a hard man.
I can see that.
And he's a Glendonald. And as you know, the McNuckies
And the Glendonalds have always been hereditary enemies.
Oh, don't I know it? I always shoot Glendonalds on sight myself.
You do?
Aye, I do.
But I'm a Glendonald myself.
I thought you said you were a McNucky.
I am a McNucky on my mother's side. A Glendonald on my father's. The most dangerous mixture in the world.
Great Scott. Scott.
Aye, but you've got nothing to fear for the Glendonald in me. You're a McNucky. And while you're a McNucky, I'm your friend.
Yes, while I'm a McNucky.
Ah, have some more whiskey. Come
Aye.
on. Here's to the clan.
Aye, to the clan.
Put it there.
Okay. Ow! Oh!
Good lad. And now what can I do for you?
You want to do something more to me? I mean for me?
Aye, you're a McNucky.
Aye. Yes, by gad, there is something. Where's the great cave?
The what?
The cave.
Maybe there's a girl in London you're fond of.
She's nearer than London.
If you wish to make old bones with her, you'll forget what you heard about the great cave. There's things it's best not to know.
But she told me that there isn't any cave.
She's right. There isn't any cave. Believe that and you're safe. But if you do not,
I tell you, I've seen him. No, not the monster, the professor. Of course he talked to me like a long-lost son.
Here, Rawlins, take this call. Jimmy's had an interview with Heggie.
Okay, yes, carry on. Sounds good to me. He'll prove he's right if it takes him a lifeline. What?
No. Time. What you ought to be doing.
Oh, lifetime. Yes, I got that okay. Grand stuff, Jimmy.
Don't forget, exclusive interview to James Anderson, the Daily Sun.
young cub, how dare you write a thing like this? Oh, charm, hospitality, every facility. Did I give him every adequate facility?
No, Grandpa. But wouldn't it have been nice if you had?
Charm? Was I charming, Angus? Folk have different ideas of charm, sir.
I have every proof, said the Professor, that this monster is real. Did I say that?
Well, as a matter of fact, you did.
Oh, you're turning against me now, are you? Of course, the next thing that's going to happen will be that he'll write a story of how he got into your bedroom window. I must put a stop to this. Yes, I'll find this young gentleman. Get me my hat and coat at once. He doesn't know me, this young man. Come along. That's right, facility. I'll give him every... Get me my umbrella. I'll give him every facility. Yes, that's right. I may need this.
Courtliness, hospitality, and how?
Did you say wears or drinks a nightcap?
Where's your fool, where's?
Jimmy, how'd you get the old boy to talk?
Oh, charm, my dear fellow, charm. He and I are just like father and son.
Oh, you scoundrel. You infernal young scoundrel.
Just like father and son.
Why, Professor?
I didn't say one word of this. Not one word.
Oh, Professor.
Stand by, he's going to give us an interview.
I tell you, I won't have my name in any paper.
Says what he wants is publicity.
And if you quote me again in your filthy rags, I'll sue the lot of you. I'll hound you out of the district. You infernal young scoundrel. And as for you, sir, you'll find you won't stay here long.
He says he's a great fan of Anime 1.
Just 1 minute, sir. Thank you, sir.
What are you doing? Give me that camera. Give me that camera. Oh!
Well, it'll cost you 40 bob if you do.
You're not worth it. Another word about me in your papers, and I'll show you there's a law in Scotland to deal with fellows like you.
Okay, interview over. Line temporarily out of order.
Great cave. I wonder.
Spying on my grandfather again.
Not spying, just looking. You know your grandpa's dippy. He can't catch a monster by sticking a whale net in the middle of the loch.
Perhaps you underrate his intelligence.
It's that box I'm interested in. What the deuce? Hello, they're going to open it. Now we'll see.
Oh, no. You brute.
Oh, Angela, I even have a photograph of you. Look. Oh! Oh, no, not that one.
Will you get out, please? I'm going home.
No, we're not. We're going for a ride.
You're going to get out.
Not me.
All right, then. You shall be taken for a ride. And I hope to enjoy it.
We will.
It'll soon be dark.
I love the dark, don't you?
I say, look what's coming.
The only decent bit of skirt in the district, and Jim has got it.
It's going to be a dirty night.
Can't we have the hood up? You'll catch cold.
I shan't. You may. I thought you might. I think she must be boiling.
Good. Let's have a cigarette.
Will you get out of the loch and get some water? There's an empty can in the back.
Couldn't we have a cigarette first?
Please. Jimmy?
Jimmy? All right. Hi, Angela! Hi, don't go without me!
You shouldn't have spied on Grandpa.
Oh, don't be a sneak, Angela. Wait for me.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. Honestly, I am. But it's for your sake as well as his.
Yes, but where am I?
12 miles from the railway station.
How do I get there?
If you walk quickly, you'll catch the midnight train to London. Good night.
Hi, Angela! Hi!
Going to Foyers?
Gosh, thought you were the monster.
No, I'm Jack Campbell of Plymouth. I missed the last bus out of Fort Augustus.
Yes, I missed a bus too.
Is this the Foyers Road?
Some of it. There's lots more further on.
Well, we better be getting a move on.
I did a spot of amateur diving myself once. Just a newspaper stunt.
They tell me this loch's 800 feet deep.
Huh? Are you going down in the loch?
Aye, tomorrow night. Something to do with this crazy monster business.
Really?
Seems the professor thinks this monster's living there, down below the surface in a sort of cave.
A what? Did you say a cave?
Yes, I gotta go down and see if it's possible to fix nets over the mouth.
Gosh. I say, come on, let's get a move on. My tummy's making a noise like supper.
Yes, if we had any eggs, we could have some ham and eggs. If we got any ham.
Hello, Briggs. Oh, you've been trying to get through here for hours? Oh, rot, this place is as quiet as a mortuary. No, Jim is not in. He's been taken for a ride. No, not gangsters, you fool. A bird.
Ah, birds. So that's what you fellas are doing with your time.
Oh, yes, so would you. What a place. Nothing but mists, mountains, fish, rabbits, birds. Oh, no birds.
Has anyone seen the monster?
No, it's the close season. But there are fairies at the bottom of our garden.
Oh, you'll find the house up there.
Fine. May see you again sometime.
Good night. Give my love to the monster.
I will, and to all the little monstrosities. Good night.
Good night.
Good old Jimmy.
Thought we'd lost you.
Had a nice ride. What you gonna have?
Can't have a drink, old boy.
Oh, the usual, only treble. Find the grass a bit wet, eh, Jimmy?
Where's the crease in your trousers?
Have you been roaming in the gloaming? Where's the wee bit lassie, Jimmy?
Now look here, Hargraves.
For you, Jimmy.
Huh? Hello? Hello?
Well, Briggs didn't sound as though he had the fatted calf actually served up for Jimmy. Listen.
I've come back to London, but I say, sir, I can't. I'm on the track of something big. What? I'm fired? The only thing that'll save me is an interview with the monster himself? With photographs? I say, look here, Mr. Briggs. All right? All right.
You know what you've got to do.
Yes, sir. Find the best place to fix the nets.
Good luck to you, boy.
Thank you, sir.
All right, sir?
Yes, quite all right. He's going deep.
He's landed, sir.
Pull him up. There's something wrong.
What's the matter?
There's something wrong, I think.
All away.
What is it? What is it?
I don't know, sir.
What is it, Berwood?
I don't know, sir. Something's holding him down. The air pipe's fouled. I think he's free.
Angus!
Cut through. Stop the pumps.
Gentlemen of the jury, you have seen the exhibits which I have here, and you have formed your own conclusions from them. Professor Heggie, I suggest to you, sir, that due care was not taken. I suggest that the airline and the breastline were not properly tested before this poor young man went down, and that it was the jagged rocks below the surface which cut them.
Professor Heggie, you're dealing with educated men. Do you expect this court to believe the nonsense you have been telling us today?
It's not nonsense.
You are seriously suggesting, Professor Heggie, that this monster was responsible for the tragedy?
The body was never recovered. There's a reason.
Really?
I know you don't believe me. Neither do any of you. Someday you will. When it's too late.
All right, Professor, that'll do. Recall James Anderson.
James Anderson. James Anderson. Silence.
You are still on oath, Mr. Anderson. Since this morning, you have had time to reconsider your statements. Do you still contend that the lines have been cut by some living agency?
Cut clean through. But if they had already been damaged, the rocks might have done that.
They might, but...
You don't believe they did?
No, I do not.
Poor old Jimmy, it must be the climate.
Mr. Anderson, you are, I believe, a newspaper reporter.
He means was.
A newspaper reporter recently dismissed from your paper.
That's correct.
For disobeying orders.
Yes.
Then, on the face of things, it might be to the advantage of a freelance journalist to keep this story of Professor Higgy going.
How dare you say that, sir? This young man's been the bane of my life. I tell you.
Grandpa, please.
Oh, Lord, they'll be shut.
They'll be open again.
Silence. Gentlemen of the jury, have you considered your verdict?
We have, sir. In the absence of more definite evidence, we bring in a verdict of death from misadventure.
Silence.
But we wish to add a rider to the effect that Professor Heggie has been guilty of gross and culpable negligence.
I protest! I protest! This court must hear me. There is something terrible in that lock. No man living knows what it is, but I do know that it's responsible for this man's death. They blame me. They blame me for this young man's death.
Grandpa, you mustn't excite yourself.
Excite myself. They accuse me of being a murderer.
No, Professor Heggie, they do not.
Look at that, then. Verdict of death from misadventure. Rider by the jury. And this, fine young life sacrificed. All of them the same. All of them the same. Here's another. Misguided belief in a crazy legend. How dare they? How dare they?
You must get him to bed. He must rest.
If I get hold of one of them, if I... You wrote one of those?
Yes, sir. This one.
Murderer. That's what you and your kind call me. Murderer.
But I'm sure Jimmy never meant to.
Jimmy. So it's gone as far as that, has it?
Now, look here, Professor.
Be quiet.
Give me your facts, and I'll publish them in a way that will absolutely clear you.
You'll publish, so that you can take all the credit. Leave my house.
I don't want any credit. I want to help.
I don't want your help.
But I want yours. I want to marry Angela.
What?
How dare you?
I do.
So that's why you came here. That's why you want the facts to bargain with me. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Now, look here, sir.
Oh,
What are you thinking of?
Oh.
Come.
Oh, go. Please go quickly.
But he's got it all wrong. I never meant to.
Take him away.
Please, please.
What's wrong with him? He's mad.
Can you wonder at it? To put your heart and soul into proving something you know is true, and then to be called a murderer. He will go off his head, I'm thinking, unless that can be stopped.
Go to him, Angus, for a moment. Are you a born fool?
Why?
How could you say a thing like that?
Like what?
About wanting to...
To marry you. Because I mean it.
You're a perfect idiot. Didn't you see that all this stuff in the newspapers, he thinks you're responsible.
Yes, but
Oh, whether it's true or not, he thinks it. I'm frightened. It's making him dangerous. Oh, please.
Angela.
And don't call me Angela.
I only want to help.
The only way you can help is by going.
Why? Look here. Supposing I were to prove this monster to be real.
You?
Stranger things have happened. Supposing I were to. Would you?
Oh, if only you could.
He's quieter now. He wants you.
Angus, she's right. I've got to help the professor and you've got to help me. We're McNuggets together, aren't we?
Aye.
Then listen and don't be scared of what I'm going to ask you to do. Tonight, I'm coming here.
What's the time?
Near daybreak.
Is the professor still asleep?
Aye.
Come on, then. They'll be waiting for us.
Hey, man. You're a real McNuggey.
Yeah. I hope I'll be one tomorrow. Come on.
It must be near the great cave.
Keep fast, you need more air.
I say.
Stop, Professor.
They say that I'm mad. They don't believe there's anything down there. I'm mad, am I?
Listen to me.
That man, most of all, ridiculed me. Wants to prove that I'm wrong. That the cave is empty.
The signal! The
Leave
signal!
those ropes alone! He shan't come back!
He shall. Baldwin, haul him up.
Leave those ropes alone!
It means death.
Well, if it means death, let it. Let it.